When I was about 4 years old, we had a dinner at our house, and Martin Luther King and his group of civil rights leadership came over to our house in Houston for dinner. And there were all these people in our yard. And I didn't understand why these people were in our yard. I even asked my mom, why are there so many people? And I realized later in life that that was security because of all the death threats that had been pushed at Dr. King. My mother grew up in Atlanta. My grandfather had a gas station, a Chevron gas station right across the street from the church that Martin Luther King's father had. They all grew up together. They used to walk to school together. They also walked to college together. I actually have the china that we served at dinner. I had to fight my sisters for it. It's affectionately known as the Martin Luther King china in our family. Every Thanksgiving, our tradition is to utilize or use that china for Thanksgiving dinner. And we use it symbolically as a remembrance of things we should be thankful for. My father was a dentist. He was a neighborhood dentist. He was one of 10 children. Grew up on a farm in Louisiana. Was the first part of the first generation that was able to go to college. The fact that he was able to do better than his parents were able to do, and instilling that in our generation to try to do better than he did. That is a real gift and a real guidance, and to me, a legacy on his behalf. One of the things I did with my children a few years ago, instead of going to a beach for spring break, I took them to Port Allen, Louisiana, so they could see the small house that their grandfather was born in. And it's barely standing. It's covered with vines and branches and trees. And this house is the size of our living room. But I want them to understand they're not far removed from that. And that is a great foundation and starting point for them to understand they've come a long way. They still have a long way they can go. They can go wherever they want now, though, because of sacrifices made by others. And don't forget that. If you know where you came from, you do a lot better job of getting where you want to go.